So let us have a world of ordinary people living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary.
Happy new month. Is the third day in the third month of 2025, which is March. We thank God Almighty for giving us this day and for bringing us this far, because we really cannot do anything outside of Him. He is the essence of our being. The program is Moments with Taikinns, and on this program we share informations, interesting topics, inspirational stories, and a whole lot happens on Moments with Taikinns. It's a Monday edition. Taye Akikpelu is my name. Women are always up to the task. Empower women, build the nation. Now the question is, there's so much clamor for want to empower women. A woman has to build, you need to build yourself, you need to do this, you need to empower women. Hey, what did the Bible say about empowering women? Or what did the Bible say about women in general? Why should women be empowered? Once upon a time in the history of this country called Nigeria, one of our presidents mentioned in his statement that the house room, are women not supposed to be a reproductive organ? Is the other room not the room for women? I'm sure all the women watching us right now would want to share me, you know. Like, what are you saying? We should empower women? Yes. Why do we need to empower women? What is the essence of a woman? Why is it necessary for women to be empowered? What does it cost? A woman, to some people, is supposed to be a reproductive product, you know, entity. Just go in there, have children, take care of your children, stay indoor, you know, and that ends it. Your husband is responsible for you. In this day and time, everyone is clamoring that women should be empowered. But hey, the big question is, should women be empowered? Find out shortly after this breather. Moment with Taikinns. We'll be right back. Stay, please.
So let us have a world of ordinary people living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary.
Blue Lagoon Hotels, a home away from home with world-class hospitality, comfortable and affordable rooms, conference and meeting rooms for all occasions, open space and co-working area, 24-hour restaurant and bar, providing both local, international and continental cuisines, live music and entertainment on regular basis, constant power supply and watertight security in and around our premises. Blue Lagoon Hotels, situated at number 16 Tunji Adewoye Street, off Afurubin Road, Ijegun, Lagos State. And for the inquiries, call 080-5668-7855 or 080-6527-3657. You can also visit us at www.bluelagoonhotels.ng. Blue Lagoon Hotels. Hospitality is our business.
Women, it's going to be a women's affair today. I was somewhere on Friday and we had plenty women, so many women. People from NAPS, most of them were women. People at the heads of affair were women. So in the minutes, I noticed that somebody mentioned the PRO, woman, The secretary, woman. This, woman. The welfare officer, woman. And we had just 2 men right there at that meeting. And I begin to wonder, what happened? Why is this talk about women? Anyway, our talking point this morning, if you're just joining us, it's Moment with Taikinns. We're about to go into the program, into the business of the day, which is, should women be empowered? I mentioned to you the moment I started again that it's going to be a women's affair this morning on Moments with Taikinns. Hey, don't worry, you'll be seeing a whole lot of notable personalities, women, because women are great achievers. I have with me at the studio this morning the presence of Stella Nwachukwu, who will be doing justice to our talking point. But before we let her into doing justice to the talking point, we need to know who my guest is. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well.
You look mwah.
Thank you so much.
So how have you been?
Very well.
Stella Nwachukwu.
Well, let me just say.
Who is Stella Nwachukwu?
Stella
Nwankwo. Sorry, Nwankwo.
Okay, my name is Stella Nwankwo. Thank you so much for having me here in the program.
All right.
Stella Nwankwo is a woman who loves to empower women, a visionary leader.
A visionary
I
leader.
won't call myself an icon, but I would say I'm an icon. A woman with a positive mindset, a leader by excellence, educationist by excellence, a school owner, a trainer, a consultant, an entrepreneur.
You've heard it. An educationist, an educator, an entrepreneur, and everything you can think about. You're also a wife, aren't you?
I'm a wife, of course.
A wife and a mother.
Yes.
Now, let us into your growing up. What was it like?
Well, I grew up into a family of 6. My parents and we have 7. Seven. My parents and 5 of us. A Christian home. A family where my father trained and nurtured all the 7 children, irrespective whether you're a boy or you're a girl, on how to be hardworking, resourceful. And my mom also taught us the same thing, irrespective of your gender. And I will tell you that my training, my foundation, is what is helping me right now.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
What were the challenges faced growing up? Can you let us into that experience of your growing up, or was it just all rosy from scratch till today? Everything was beautiful. Let us into how you established a school. What were the challenges you were faced with? You know, no, you cannot do this. As a wife, your position, your place is in the kitchen. You are responsible to bear my children. Now, why do you need to establish a school? So what's prompted you establishing a school?
Let me say it's challenges while growing up. Like I said, that my mom is my inspirator. You understand? She's an inspiration to me.
Okay.
Because she's a very hardworking woman. And she actually made us to understand that if you want to be successful in life, you need to work for it. And in my early stage, I was really exposed to reading of books, motivational books. And I will tell you that at a point, I lived with my mother, but at a point after my secondary school, I had to indulge myself in selling of clothes and to train myself.
What kind of clothes? Or krika?
Of course.
Where they call bend dance?
Yes, over there at Super. You understand? Super. I watch those. They buy the shirts, wash the shirt, iron the shirt, and then sell the shirt, and then see myself through in the school. Though with the support of my mom, she was there too, but she had the other children to take care of. I lost my mom.
Hello, Stella. Stella, please take me back that route again. You mean you sold Okrika?
I sold okrika.
Are you for real?
Of course, of course. You know, but my own wasn't. I wasn't hawking it. I buy.
You had a shop
I didn't. No, not a shop. I don't have a shop. I didn't
at
never had a shop.
Katangwa?
I never had a shop. I go to Katangwa as a student. I go buy those shirts, get home, and then wash them, iron them, then package them.
Yay.
You know, so I was able to do that, and I see myself through the school aspect. And well, you know, that's what I tell the women nowadays, especially the young ones. I was living with my parents, but like I said, my mom, but I have to do all these things because I need to go to school, and I know that a woman has to be empowered.
You knew what you wanted.
Yes, I knew what I wanted, so I needed to do that. And now, coming back after getting married, I realized that, see, if you want to have a better future, okay, you need to support your husband. And then it wasn't easy for me to get a job, because the job I was getting was not fulfilling. And then I have to start something. So I started taking care of children. You understand?
I don't understand, sorry. You started because you needed to go to school.
Yeah.
Now you went into the sale of Okirika. That's bend down selects. Akube. Now you moved away from Akube, sale of Akube, to taking care of children. What's the correlation?
Okay, that was when I was still single. Okay,
Okay.
I was still in school.
Okay.
I was in university, and I was doing that to help myself, to support myself with the little one my mom was giving me.
Okay.
Okay, so after marriage, you know, I studied economics, and after marriage,
It's making sense now
yes,
to
and
me.
after marriage, I have to, you know, get a job. I got a job, but the job was not supportive. It wasn't
Okay.
something I could fall back to. So after that, I had to think of what to do. Then I ventured into taking care of children by having a daycare.
Okay. By having a daycare or by working for someone?
I worked for someone, but it wasn't for a long time.
For how long did you work for someone?
I worked for 7 months.
Okay. And you disengaged after 7 months
Yes, I did that.
to set up a crèche for yourself.
Definitely.
Wow. Okay. Your story is interesting. Tell
Very
us
interesting.
more.
Well. When I started off the daycare, the crèche, I know something that it's not about starting. It's not your starting that matters. It is where you are going, and you can start small, but you have a bigger dream. Okay. So I set up the daycare, but it was a standard crèche. You know,
Oh.
it was a standard crèche. I got all.
You got with the support of your husband.
Yes, of course. I consulted him first. Although he wasn't in Lagos when I did that, when I set up the crèche, he wasn't in Lagos, but he gave him his support. He gave his support, and I started that. And with the help of, he got it registered with the help of parents, and with the service we're giving, parents saw the service we're giving, and then they were, you know, urged to go more, and that made us to go to the government, you know, do necessary
Do all the necessary
documentations
things.
and everything, inspection, and today it's no longer a daycare, it's a full primary and secondary,
What started like yesterday,
like yesterday.
it's now a bigger thing.
Yes.
Now you're now seeing a bigger picture of
Definitely.
what you really wanted
Yeah.
in life. Now let's go back to our talking. No, before I go to the talking point for today,
Okay.
what position are you in the family?
Are you talking about my extended or my immediate family?
Which is extended, which is immediate?
Okay, if you're talking about my family, where I come from, I am the second to the last.
Second to the last.
Yes.
So you had people ahead of
Of
you
course, yes.
whom you saw as your role models.
Yes.
Who were doing well, and you were determined that, look, Stella, I must achieve something.
That has always been my goal.
All right.
Never to settle for less.
Never to settle
For less.
Give me five. Never to settle for less.
yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
statement. Now let's go to our talking point today, because I really do not want, because I know you have plenty things to tell me about your growing up. Now our talking point this morning, a moment of Taikinns, is: should women be empowered? Stella, should women be empowered?
Definitely, of course.
Why?
Women should be empowered.
Why?
Let me just say something.
And who should empower a woman?
Okay, let me say something. You know, irrespective of your gender, everybody should be empowered. Whether you're a man or you're a woman. When women have access to education, quality health care, and access to employment without discrimination.
You know, we live in a society where most men still believe that a woman should stay indoor and take care of the children.
I think that was then. I'm not sure right now, because
Okay.
we can see what women are doing outside right now. Because when it comes to economic growth, you need women, and they are doing so well. If you empower a woman, you've empowered the nation. So we can't rule that out. We're talking about
Who should empower a woman?
a man should empower a
The
woman.
parents, the husband, the society, or the woman should empower herself?
Everybody should empower the woman. Starting from the school, to the family, to the community, to the society, even down to the religious cycle. Everybody should empower a woman.
What's the essence of empowering a woman?
It has a lot of benefits.
Let us into that benefit.
Okay, let me tell you something. If you empower a woman, like I said earlier, you've empowered a nation, a whole nation. Talking about women abuse. A lot of women are subjected to violence in their family because they are not empowered. They are not in the know. A lot of them are not educated. They are not exposed. They don't know what they need to be, what the right thing to be done. And sometimes it has to do with the family. Okay, that is why we said the family should also let the girl child have access to education. Because when a child has access to education, we'll be able to know the right and the wrong. And then apart from that, women should be empowered, because when you talk about family, when you see a woman supporting the husband in the family, it helps for it fosters better education for children. If the man does not have the ability to take the children to right school with the support of the wife, it's come to pass. And apart from that, when it comes to the food, they eat the right thing, because there is enough there for them to eat the right diet. And this, of course, leads to children having good health. Then, when you also empower women, you realize that you are helping the economic productivity. When women are empowered, the economy becomes robust. It becomes robust.
When women are empowered,
Yeah.
the economy becomes robust.
Yes.
I love that.
Becoming robust.
The economy becomes robust.
Yeah.
Away from today's topic, Stella, how do you feel when you attend parties and find women exposing their bobbies? You will answer that question when we return from this break. When you empower a woman, the economy becomes robust. What is that special thing about women? Find out shortly when we return from this breather. Stay, please.
So let us have a world of ordinary people, living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary.
Different work do. I ain't worry man say now we man the work now they are the shop. Oyibo kokola work shop. Pasco and can leg. I come on it. Where they get to? I come on it. Where they get to?
plenty day for Nigeria.
Everybody show your handwork.
Plenty day for Nigeria.
Show your handwork.
Plenty day.
Good children, come on, hurry up. That's your handwork.
Plenty day for Nigeria.
1, 2, buckle on my shoe. As I they talk my own they go. Some people they fabuja, all of them now honorable. This man honorable. Okay, now honorable. That fabuja honorable. If you talk, you go look your back. He pitch you. He pitch you. He pitch you. I go impeach you if you don't inchip me. He pitch you. As cheese and come, no flash a squab at the ground. They go free to flash all online. For mobile, even flash with touchlight. Flash a start to handwork.
Plenty day for Nigeria.
Flash a squab everywhere.
Plenty day.
Let me know flash you money, take it back.
Plenty day.
Then they flash your love and take them back.
Plenty day.
Say, what the hell? No, what did I say? Even the woman on the front of the every handwork for that. This is how I run on. On that side, and the mill. Make this, make that, make everything made. Mewa, me taba, me goro, me duo, me kunu, me shy, me dinner, me make everything. Even me as I know they can make me, may you somehow the other way. Anyhow is a how, somehow or however. Become a from the way I'm meeting when we go to the police. I say everybody show your handwork.
Plenty day for Nigeria.
Everybody show your handwork. Step na handwork.
Plenty day for Nigeria.
Bricklayer, step na handwork.
Plenty day for Nigeria.
I come on in, oh, where they get to? I come on in, oh, where they get to lay? I come on in, oh, where they get to? Walk plenty, listen to this. Begging said, don't turn to handwork, different style now Hindi. Many people they do their own now. Listen to this and check out the style. Excuse me, brother, I just came from Illinois to see a brother of mine who says here, here to be precise. With some hoodlums know where my wallet. All I'm asking for is just the token. 10,000 naira is not too small. How much you want to start? Give that guy.
So let us have a world of ordinary people living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary.
You think I'm listening to a particular song inside of me, and the song goes thus. If you see a woman, make you treat her better, oh. If you treat her better, oh, it go better for you. My mama na woman, my sister na woman. If you see a woman, make you treat her better, oh. If you treat her better, oh, it go better for you. To most of you men that sees women as nothing, when you see female bosses, most men are always very scared that, oh, really, jog me now. No, I can't take this. A woman cannot be my boss. But you know the way women behave now when they are in office. Some act this way, that I'm in position, I'm in charge. But some, you know, they have a very good nature. You know, women, I don't know. Women has it all. And I'm just wondering, well, before we went in a short break, that what was God thinking? You know, initially it started with the man. He made him sleep. Now he created a woman out of the man. Thereafter, he added so many attributes into a woman. And that's why when you put a woman in a position, the woman will deliver, will definitely deliver. Forget all of those ones that misappropriate our funds. You know, we still have notable personalities. Women of repute who are doing so much. Mention them. The first woman to acquire a car in Nigeria is what's this woman now? Not to drive a car, oh, acquire a car, to buy a car, is Madam Efunroye Tinubu, the first woman to drive a car. Is Fumilayo Ransom Kuti. Yes, and we have the first female doctor in Nigeria. That is Dr. Silva. That's Joke Silva's mother, you know. And Obi Ezekwesili is a woman. We have Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She's a woman. She's married and they're doing very well. You know, Oprah Winfrey too is, give it to her, the richest producer, the richest female producer all over the world is Oprah Winfrey. Isn't that interesting? Now, our talking point, if you're just joining us, our talking point on Moments with Taikinns this Monday morning is, should women be empowered? Doing justice to this topic is Mrs. Stella Nwankwo, who is an educationist. Yes, there's something added to your name, and that thing has to do with Agege. Stella, let us into it.
Okay, I am the acting chairperson of National Association of Proprietors of Private School, NAPS, Agege chapter. And also, I am the sector head of NECA Network Entrepreneur Women.
Take that again.
NECA Network Entrepreneur Women, the sector head for consultancy and education sector.
Wow.
New, yeah.
Stella, how did you meander your way into all of these sectors that you just mentioned after the sale of Okrika? How did you do it?
You just have to know who you are, and you must have a goal. So as a woman, I have already had this mindset, never, like I said, never to settle for less, to be the best
at everything you do.
At everything I do. My mom would tell me, never you be a bench woman.
Wow.
Okay, so don't ever be bench woman. So anywhere I go, even if I don't speak, I ensure that my presence is felt. It has always been like that. And when it comes to appointment, I will tell you that I never for one day know before any appointment. People see it and they say, no, she has to do it. And that is it. And it's not only that, in my parish, if I can say that, I'm the first woman to be the second vice chairman, Parish Pastoral Council. I'm a Catholic, and you know, the PPC is a very big one.
It is.
So I'm the first in my parish to be so it has to be with you, and I will tell you that it's because I've been empowered by my family. You know, to let me know that a woman, your position is not in the kitchen. Okay, because I believe that anybody,
and it's not in this other room.
It's not in the other room, because when it comes to kitchen, anybody can cook. Yeah, I tell my boys that anybody can cook. If you're hungry, you cook. But at the same time, a woman should be empowered so that they can contribute positively to the economy. And that is what I'm doing.
Now, the question, I asked you this question earlier when we started this program, that who's responsible is it to empower a woman? Is it the church? Is it the society? Is it the parents? You mentioned in your rendition that you were empowered by your parents.
Yes.
Now, who should empower a woman? Because many a times you hear words like, go and get married, go and bring a husband, go and start having children. Why do you need to go to school? You know, we still have that these days. Despite the fact that we live in a global world where women are doing marvelously well. You know, some parents still believe that you need to settle down, you train a child, you put a child to go learn skills. After acquiring that skills, they expect that your husband should be the one to do graduation for you. Your husband should be the one that will iron chef. You know, everything now boys on. They allow the man to take full responsibility of the woman because she is a woman. How does that make you feel? Who should empower a woman?
Charity, they say, begins at home. So the home first. Home, the parents are the first teacher in a child's life, in a girl's life. So the confidence and empowerment start from home. So once the family sees all the children, irrespective of the gender, as being equal and should be eligible for equal treatment, then you see the girl child or growing up having confidence of herself. Because when you believe that your child goes to school and finish up and the next thing is marriage, and then a lot of parents, because we believe that when a child gets married, when their daughter get married, okay, the daughter brings wealth. The daughter, the husband becomes the provider and the messiah to the family, and which is wrong, because your daughter can also do what the man is doing, can also become messiah in your family, can also build in your family, can also help to take care of the family. So once parents begin to know that you don't have to put everything in the hands of the men. What a man can do, I believe a woman can also do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Very well. Yes. So it's the family first.
The family should empower a woman.
Yes.
Now, I asked a question before we went on a short break, on that musical break, that when you attend parties or when you go out there and you find women, nowadays they no longer wear brassiere. I find that a bit disturbing. They go to parties naked. And as a woman, that wasn't what we grew up to know. They actually started with exposure of cleavages. Now, all of a sudden, they started exposing the entire thing. How does that make you feel as a woman and as an educationist?
Well, I will also take it back to the family. You see, I see those women as having complex issue.
Complex?
Yes, and that's inferiority complex. Because if you believe in yourself and you believe you have what it takes, and you when it comes to contributing, you can contribute positively. So you don't need to expose your being nude or expose your body to attract a man. You don't need to do that. Like those that know me knows that I don't wear something that I'm always covering myself. When a man meets you, when it's your discussion that makes a man to know if you have what it takes to be a wife. It is not one by exposing yourself. And I still have to say that it has to do with the upbringing, the moral upbringing from the home. The school also will also have to contribute. But most times the school.
What's the role of the school?
Yes, the school also, especially at the secondary school stage, needs to also teach the girl child about modesty.
The school should teach girl child about modesty.
Supporting the family.
Is that the role of the school?
Supporting.
Okay.
Supporting. Because like our school now, the vision is, part of our vision is to inculcate moral upbringing, to inculcate.
But shouldn't that be the responsibility of parents?
Supporting. Like I say, support.
Okay.
Because it's the responsibility of the parents. But we shouldn't forget that children, the students or learners, stay more time in the school. They spend more time in the school.
More time.
Okay,
in the
so
school.
when you notice one or two behaviors, it's the responsibility, because ethically, the student is your child. As a teacher, ethically in the classroom. So when you see a child, displaying some kind of a unruly behavior, you correct instantly. And sometimes if it becomes out of hand, you let the parents know so that they can be aware. Because most of these parents, they are not even around. Some of them come so late because of their jobs and everything, comes very late at night. So it is also when a school notices one or two things, they also let them know. Sometimes you see some valedictory in some schools. You see students, those ones having their convocation, putting on low exposing clothes. Like that's why I say school also contribute, because I've seen some cases where schools allow that, which is not supposed to be.
No, in this case now, a child leaves home. A child cannot go to the market to purchase these things. The parents will be the one to buy them.
You're correct.
Now, after buying them, the onus is on the child to put these things onto the school. How about the role of parenting in all of this?
Like I said, to support.
Okay.
And I also remember that the church also does a lot of things. Like, I will tell you that the church also helps. As a Catholic, there's something they call catechism.
Catechism.
Yes, that's catechism. Like my daughter, she hardly put on, she wouldn't even put it on, because that is what was in the church during the course of Sunday school and catechism. They tell them you don't put on armlets, you don't, so it becomes uncomfortable for them if you give them something like that to put on. So, but the primary assignment is on the parents to ensure that they give the children the right value. Because if you give your child the right value on how to grow to be a very notable lady, responsible lady, your child won't go, or a female won't go outside exposing the nude. Exposing nude actually is, for me, is an inferiority complex, because you don't have to you she doesn't have anything to offer but to let her, the man, see her body. But if you cover yourself and a man comes nearer to you and discover who you are, is better for the woman.
Don't you think empowering a woman in this present age and time has really affected us as women, thereby making us lose our homes? Because sometimes men feel that you overget, you too get, you too sabi, and it will just look for one or two things and allow you go. Don't you think this women empowerment has affected our homes? Don't you think in a way it has?
I think it's for men who does not have security, insecurity men.
Oh shit?
Yes, because every man should be happy to see his wife up there and support the wife to be independent. So it's only men who are not secured that feel bad or have this complex when they see their wife succeeding. Definitely, women, we are go-getters. Yeah. We are go-getters, and whatever we do, we like to be best at it. So I'm not sure that women empowering women is actually contributing to men.
Women losing their homes.
Women losing their homes. I think it has to be with it has to be the fault of the men that refuse to have confidence and have confidence and lack of security. Let me just say it like that.
Lack of security. With
Yes.
jealousy, one key.
Jealousy, yeah. Lack of security.
All right, the program is Moments with Taikinns. And this morning we're looking at it's possible for you to have just joined us. It's Moments with Taikinns, coming to you live from the stable of Opportune TV. Yes. We're looking at should women be empowered? What's your take? You can join this conversation after this breather. From the look of things, I think we still have, because calls are already coming in, we need to go on a short break. When we return, we'll take it up from there. Stay, please.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
Assalamu alaikum, dear Mu'min and Mu'minat. The blessed month of Ramadan is here, a time of fasting, reflection, and divine blessings. This season, we bring Ramadan lineups filled with spiritual enlightenment, inspiring discussions, and moments of deep reflection. We invite you to be a part of this noble cause by sponsoring our impactful programs. Let your brand shine in this sacred season, connecting with millions of devoted viewers. Join us in spreading the message of faith, unity, and generosity. For sponsorship and advert placement, please call 0703 063 1673 or visit our office 34 Oloyede Orojo Street, Aino Ajayi Estate, Phase 1, Abule Egba, Lagos.
يريد الله بكم اليسر ولا يريد بكم العسر ولتكملوا العدة ولتكبروا الله
Barakallahu fi Ramadan Kareem.
ولعلكم تشكرون.
Moment with Taikinns continues, or looking at should women be empowered? What's your take? You can join this conversation by dialing this number 0706 143 1673 70 0706 143 1670. Doing justice to our talking point is Stella Nwankwo, who is an educator. Now, Stella, how do we deal with, yes, there's so much talk about, we've had so many talks about empowering women. Now, as a woman, how do you deal with the men folks around you, being a deputy vice president? How do you deal with that? How do you work with them, and how do they work with you?
Well, you just have to, for me, when you have a boss or the vice president, or can I say, yeah, vice chairman, it has to do to be with, it has to do with, you have a superior, okay? Irrespective, even if it's not a man, even if it's a woman, you need to know you have a superior that you need to, work with.
No, as a woman, you being a woman and being the head, being
head.
Being the head.
Okay.
How do you deal with the men around you? Because most times they feel threatened. We don't know what this person will do. We don't know what might come of our job tomorrow. How do you deal with that? Or what wish? I have a woman like you at home. She's a wife. I have a wife at home too. Sometimes they come to tell you that, like, please, I beg. How do you deal with men?
Well, for me, I've not really experienced having any man around me having
talk
issues.
to you in that manner.
Yes, because I treat people equally and I treat people with respect. So it has to do with you treating people with respect, okay? But they know, like in my parish, the last harvest we had, I was the harvest committee chairman, and I had
harvest committee chairman.
Yes, and there I had 5 barristers in the committee, and among the 5 barristers, I think we have about 3 of them are men, and we have about close to 17 men in that committee. And I tell you that I work very well with them, because it has to do with you letting them know the rules, okay? There in every organization or society, we have rules and regulations, and irrespective of who you are, you need to obey the rules.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we also have boundary that you don't need to cross the boundary. So you let them know the rules and you stand by your rules. So I've never had any issues, let me say.
All right. Now, how do we deal with the issue of women being enemies to themselves? Women not supporting each other. Don't you think we should look at it?
I think naturally women are like that, but I wouldn't say not supporting. But I think in this case, women need enlightenment. They need to be enlightened more.
Now, for how long should we enlighten women about support yourself, cover up for yourself? For how long? After having every woman empowered. After having empowered every woman.
I will say that it also has to do with the exposure and the exposure of the woman in question, because I am a woman, and I was formerly the CWO president of my parish, that is Catholic Women Organization, the president, and I tell you, it has to be
Catholic
with the person.
Women Organization.
I have to be the president, the past president in my parish, and I tell you that the next president, my successor that came in, have my 100% support. 100% support. There is no activities that she does that I won't be there. I happen to be the frontliner to ensure that the activity is successful. So women need to know that, look, the sky is big enough to take anybody, you know. We can't even, and all of us have wings, and the space, the sky, it belongs to no one, but we need to support ourselves. So more enlightenment, like I said, women need to know that, look, when you support each other, it makes the world a better place.
What else should we know about empowering women?
Well, we need to empower women, because when you empower women, you have a peaceful economy.
A peaceful economy.
Yes, economy.
Some men are threatened already.
You have a peaceful economy.
Maybe we should just take a dive into the Lagos State House of Assembly. What's happening there? Are you familiar with the story happening there with the present female being at the ends of affair? That's Miranda. Are you aware that she's been intimidated? Is in the front burner of the newspaper that the former speaker is trying to say, no, we don't want you. Some are saying we want you. She is a woman. She cannot be there. And already she's kind of feeling threatened. What do you think she should do? Miranda, what should she do? Are you familiar with that story?
Well, there was a time I saw the caption. For me, being a woman, and
she didn't put herself there.
She didn't put herself there. Something happened. She didn't put herself there.
They elected her. Members elected her.
I think it's actually a problem. Even sometimes female too are kind of guilty. Okay, when you see a woman at the realms of affair, at the head of affair, it's a kind of would I say a notion, or can I say a tradition, that a woman cannot be there. Sometimes you see women, you see even a woman committing a blunder. I was somewhere and I was seated. We had an event, and I was supposed to be the one to speak, being the head. But because there is a society, and the head of the society happened to be a man present, the MC.
The one that prefers to address the
MC called
man first.
The man, yes. And you know what the man said? The man said, but I'm not supposed to be the one to speak because I have my superior yesterday. So after the event, I met with the MC. I said, it's like the MC.
You have a problem.
Was a female. Also. I said, do you know, we also.
Oh, did you say the MC?
Yeah, the female. But she said it was an oversight. But I told her, I'm not sure.
Indeed.
I said, I'm not sure it's an oversight, because
that was deliberate.
If I happen to be a man, you will remember, you will call me. If I happen to be a man, but because of a woman, you forgot. So I want to say that the society should encourage, women holding positions, irrespective of the gender or whatever, because it has to do with your intellectual ability to be there. And
we had several women. In the case of Miranda, we had several women. Last but we had several women amongst them, and she was picked. Now, so why is somebody trying to intimidate her because of the way it was removed?
I want to say that women should stand tall, please.
Yeah.
Women should stand tall. We have equal rights, equality. If she merited it, she got it, she should be there. That is the truth. She was picked.
Selected among so many women there.
Yeah, she was not there by herself, so they should allow her to be.
They should allow her to be.
Yeah.
What should we women do?
Support.
We should support her.
Support her. Women should support each other. We should support ourselves.
Now, how do we grow our home? Because we seem to be having a whole lot of divorce cases here and there. Men not owning up to responsibility. Men are not ready to take care of the home front anymore, believing that the wife is worldly, allow her to do the thing. How do we deal with our homes as empowered women?
Well, I think we also have to, when empowering women, we should also forget the men. So the boys also should be, given the right education about marriage.
Okay.
And, about marriage and what is the needful for them when they get married. Okay. When you look at the Bible, the man is the head of the family, and it is the responsibility
the
of
man
the
has
man.
always been. No one is contesting that.
And it is the responsibility of the man to take care of the but I also let the female children knows that, see, you also need to be independent, okay? Because there is nothing wrong when you support the man. Because we so have some of these women having this mentality because of the background and what they've been exposed to, or their, the doctrine they've been exposed to, that men 100% takes care of the home. And
well, isn't that what the Bible said?
But it's changing now.
Who changed it? The Bible didn't change.
The Bible didn't change, but the woman should also support. The woman should
the woman should support the man, but the man should own up to responsibility, take care of your home.
Like I said something, there was a time I gave a talk about the question that men are asking now, asking women, what do you have to bring to the table?
Yes.
And I said something, I said...
put all the children in one basket and take it to him. This is what I brought to the table.
That question is ridiculous.
It is.
And that question is what is subjecting men, some of them, let me not say all of them, some men to not be relevant anymore. Because when you keep asking a woman what
are you bringing to the table,
it is making you to be less a man, because you wouldn't have the zeal to pursue your goal. So, and this issue of what you have to bring to the table and making a woman to do more is even making a woman to get more. And you know women very well. Whatever they put their hands on something, they get it. So, and you know, opportunities is always there for them. It happens so many families. Let me tell you something. Presently, right now, we have about at least 60% presently now of marriages. Women are the one running it all alone. And they are in the marriage. They are not divorced. They are not widows. They are not...
and they're not complaining.
So we have single mothers now in marriages. Yeah, we have them.
Single mothers now in marriages is another topic for... Oh my goodness. Stella, what have you done to me? All right. We need to begin to go now. Oh my, you've made me overrun. I'm almost overrunning. All right, let's go on a short break. Oh no, we're not going on a short break. We need to go home. We need to go home. Yes. Now, one word, then we call it a day.
Okay. Well, to every woman there, every family there, don't forget that for you to have a successful woman, you have to bring up your girl child, empower your girl child, and let your girl child have necessary amenities that needed for her to be a successful person.
Thank you very much, Stella Nwankwo. Sincerely appreciate you. Well, it's Stella's birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to Stella. Happy birthday, dear Stella. Happy birthday to you. Congratulations, sweetheart. God bless your new age. All right, on that note, we want to say a very big thank you to all the production crew. I appreciate you all. David, Ode, Wasu, all of you. Tolu. Mwah. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock, where we'll be looking at another interesting topic. I remain yours sincerely, Taikinns.
So let us have a world of ordinary people, living life the way God wants us to. And if we have a world of ordinary people, extraordinary